Gadget World for the best technical advice.
Hello and welcome to Gadget World, your one-stop destination for the best technical advice. Now the competition is getting very tight in the mid-range segment and it is almost becoming a red ocean. And the companies are trying to come up with really good products with a lot of features within the 15 to 20,000 budget. And people are looking for everything and everything inside that range. So what are you expecting for? You need a bigger battery, have a really good screen, a really good camera, and everything that you can get for. And if you could get clean Android along with that, there is nothing more you could ask for. And Motorola has tried ticking all the boxes in this segment by introducing the Motorola One Fusion Plus. And this is one of the recent devices that Motorola has launched to take on Xiaomi and all the other competitors including Samsung in the market. And I think this is a pretty good offering looking at the papers at least. So whatever it's on the paper, it's a phenomenal offering that we get for around 17,500 rupees. And sometimes the price goes down to 16,900 also. So it is the right time you need to keep a look of the price and also look at the offers and try getting it for a good price. Let's quickly take a look at this device. And before unboxing, let's quickly take a look at what is written on the box itself. So Motorola has highlighted that it has a 64 megapixel high resolution plus photos plus night vision. So apparently night vision is a feature that comes in Google camera and also in Google Pixel phones. So Motorola has listed it on this device, which means that your night shots will be really good. And it also has a 730G Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, which is a blazing fast. It's a mid-range processor, but it's pretty good in terms of gaming when compared to all the MediaTek processors out there. And it also claims a 2 days of battery life with turbo power charging. Another interesting thing is that it has a 5000 mAh massive battery and it also comes with a turbo charger out of the box. So for a 17.5K offering, I think this is a good offer. And Motorola hasn't listed much on it, but another highlight is that it has a motorized camera. It comes with a complete screen on the front side, and it does not have a teardrop notch or a punch hole for the selfie camera. The selfie camera is a motorized one which actually pops up out of the device. So without wasting much time, let's get a quick look at the device by unboxing this box. So let me go ahead and unbox this device. And while opening it, we can see the device itself, and it comes with a back cover in the box. So it has a TPU back cover, which is very standard these days. And this is the device that we have here. And you can see it also has another something attached to it, which is the same word, 64 megapixel high resolution camera. And if you look at this device, it comes with a very royal blue kind of a setup and it looks very premium. The build quality is really good in terms of the price that you pay. And when comparable to the other phones in the market like the Samsungs or the Xiaomi's, I think this is really good in terms of the build quality. And on the rear, we have 4 camera setup. The primary camera is a 64 megapixel camera. It also comes with a wider angle camera, a 5 megapixel macro camera, and also a 5 megapixel depth sensor. So it is ticking all the box to keep up with the competition. So in terms of camera, at least the hardware is really good. And it also has a fingerprint sensor with a Motorola logo attached to it. And on the side, we have the volume rocker keys, the power button, and also the Google Assistant button, which I don't know why it is very important, but you can quickly trigger the Google Assistant by clicking on this button. Sometimes you may also click on this button instead of the power button and it will trigger the Google Assistant instead of switching off the screen. That can be a hassle for some people, but once you start getting used to it, it won't be much of a problem. And the bottom, we have a single speaker grill. So it does not come with stereo speakers, it's a single grill setup, and it has a Type-C USB adapter along with a 3.5mm audio jack. And what is surprising is it has a full screen. It's a complete edge-to-edge screen, and it does not have a punch hole or a teardrop or a notch for a camera, because as you can see, the camera is a motorized one. It will come out of this particular position and it will pop up just like that. So now we'll quickly go ahead and switch on this phone. So while switching it on, this particular color is called Twilight Blue. It also comes in a white option. And I particularly like the gradient that it has. It comes from a darker gradient to a lighter color, and it looks very premium. It also has a fingerprint kind of a pattern to it, but one bad thing about it, it's a fingerprint magnet. You just need to touch it and your fingerprint is there, very visible. So it comes in a glossy black finish. It has a glass on the front and plastic at the back, and it's a glossy finish which is almost like a fingerprint magnet. And it comes with a 6.5 inch very vibrant screen at 339 ppi, and as you can see, it has a very vibrant screen, and the most important part of it is the camera itself. So it has a 64 megapixel primary camera, and the best part is the selfie camera. So I'm going to activate the selfie camera, and you can see the camera popping up on the top. So the selfie camera closes very slowly compared to other competition out there, and it has a very vibrant screen, as you can see, and it comes loaded with a 5000 mAh battery, which means the battery life won't be a problem at all. You can have the battery charged and with the 18-watt charger which comes inside the box, and for charging the entire phone it takes around 1.5 hours, and for charging around 50% it hardly takes 30 minutes. So in terms of battery performance and charging, this device is top notch, and the screen is also pretty good, and you also have a 730G processor, which means that your gaming experience and your day-to-day usage will be also fine. And you can see that it comes with Android 10 preloaded, and it's a vanilla Android, which means that you don't have any bloatware, you don't have any other skin on it, the performance will be blazing fast as well. And it also has the swipe function of Android, which means that if you're getting into something and if you want to go back, there won't be any kind of buttons on the screen or any physical tactile buttons. All you need to do to go back or to navigate is to swipe from the left, and it will take you through the previous page. So which is interesting though. So you get the latest Android 10 experience on this device, which we hardly get on Pixels or any other Android One phones. This is not an Android One phone, but still you will get a very clean Android experience, which you will get only in Motorola phones. Now let's quickly see what are the other things that comes inside this device. So inside the box we have all the manuals, which gives you all the information about the device, about the SIM tray, and it does not have a warranty card apparently. So this gives you all the basic information about the device. And when we have a Type-C USB connector, and we have a charger which has written turbo power on it. So it's a 18-watt charger, which means that it's a pretty powerful charger. So it is capable of charging the 5000 mAh battery in less than 1.5 hours time. And if you charge the phone for 30 minutes, it's almost take the battery to 50% of the battery life. So these are the things that is available in the box, and apparently it does not have headphones. So normally all the mid-range phones in between 15,000 and the 20,000 range, you also get a earphone with a microphone attached to it. But apparently Motorola has decided to do away with the headphones. That is all the stuff we have inside the box. Now we'll keep this box aside and we'll take a look at the device itself. And in terms of the specification, it comes with a 6 GB of RAM with 128 GB of storage, which means that you don't actually need an SD card for it, but it also has a dual SIM slots for it. But the SIM card, it's a hybrid SIM slot. You can still if you want to add an SD card, you can still add it, but you will have to sacrifice one SIM card for it. It's not a dedicated SD card slot. You can convert one of the SIM slots into the SD card slot. So one of the interesting features of this phone is its camera app and its camera hardware. So it has a selfie pop-up camera, which is a motorized one, which actually pops up from the top of the phone. And it's interesting to see that not like the Asus or the Xiaomi, it's taking a bit of time, less than 2 seconds to pop out completely. But once it's out, it gives you detailed pictures. It's a 16 megapixel sensor, and it is taking some decent pictures when it comes to selfie and portraits. And this camera app also has a night sight feature attached to it. So if you check the night vision on it, it's pretty similar to the night vision that you see in Google Pixel phones, and it is able to do some kind of post-processing on the photos taken at night through its Google's AI algorithm, which gives you even sharper pictures and gives you more vibrance and more exposure to the pictures you take in the dark. And it also has some other features like the spot color feature. Spot color feature is a very interesting feature. So we can check the spot color feature by taking a picture of the plant that we have here. So once you take the picture, you have an option to adjust the color. Tap on a color and adjust the color intensity. So what it does is it will ensure that only that color stays in the picture and the rest of the picture goes into black and white. So it's a very interesting handy feature that you have in the apps. Normally we have to get into some of the other third-party apps to get something like this, but it is interesting to see that Motorola has embedded this into the camera app itself. Then it also have something called Cinemagraph and Group Selfie. So there are a lot of photo options in this particular device. So if you're looking for a good camera phone with some kind of additional features and which is very true to what the Google has tried to put in their Android phones, I think this is the right phone for you. So the Motorola has packaged this phone with pretty good features, but if you look at the shortcomings of this phone is slightly on the heavier side, which means that this phone is weighing around 210 grams. And if you look at the competition, normally all the mid-range phones come between 160 to 200 grams. So this is weighing at 210 grams, which means that it is slightly heavier. But one thing that compensates the weight is the battery size. You have a 5000 mAh battery, but these days we are also seeing Samsung phones with 6000 mAh battery and 7000 mAh battery, and which is weighing close to something similar to 200 grams. So in terms of the weight of the phone, it is a bit on the heavier side. But if you are into constant gaming and if you are going to game for like 2-3 hours, it may hurt your hand. But for the money you pay, other than that, we don't find any major drawbacks in this phone. So if you're looking for something under 18,000 rupees, which gives you a good battery life, better cameras, Google Pixel-like Android experience, clean Android, and an overall good performance, I think this is a good phone for you. And it's not available on offline stores as of now. It is available on flash sales on Flipkart and some other Amazon and some other online sites. But I think still it will be available offline in a couple of days time. You can still look at the other options in the market, but you're looking for a clean Android experience with promised updates for 1 to 2 years. This is the right phone for you.
Gadget World for the best technical advice.